Aristotle's philosophy, much like that of his teacher Plato, seeks to understand the universal. However, while Plato proposed that universals exist independently from the things we see in the world, Aristotle offered a different approach. Aristotle developed what is known as immanent realism. According to this view, the universal does not exist in a separate realm but is found within the individual particulars that make up the world. For Aristotle, every phenomenon appears through its form, and that form is instantiated within a particular substance. Plato believed that everything has a universal form, whether it is a property or a relation that one thing holds with another. He argued that when we look at an object, such as an apple, we can see both the individual apple and its universal form. In Plato's view, the form of an apple exists apart from the physical apple and serves as an ideal blueprint. Moreover, he maintained that some universals, like the notion of good, exist even without a corresponding physical example. This separation meant that there was a world of forms that was inaccessible to the senses but more real than the imperfect copies we encountered. Aristotle, however, disagreed with this view. He argued that universals are inseparable from the particulars in which they exist. In his view, the form of an object is not an abstract concept floating in a separate realm, rather, it is immanent, meaning it is found within each individual object. For instance, the quality that makes an apple is not an external ideal, it is a part of every apple itself. This perspective implies that there are no forms or universals that exist without being attached to a particular substance. Aristotle's reasoning leads to the conclusion that no universal stands alone independently because every universal is always realized, even if imperfectly, in the physical world. This idea is central to understanding Aristotle's broader ontology, where the study of being involves both matter and form. In his theory, every object is made up of these two principles which are united. The matter forms the substance of the object, while the form gives it its defining characteristics. Unlike Plato's two-world theory, Aristotle's approach tells us that the objective qualities we recognize in the world come from the particular objects themselves. His method shows that studying any object involves understanding both its material composition and the form inherent within it. Aristotle's immanent realism has significant implications for how we think about knowledge and reality. By insisting that the universal is contained within each particular, he encourages us to observe the world closely. We are urged to notice how each object carries with it a pattern, a structure that makes it what it is. This focus on observation and the tangible world laid the groundwork for later scientific inquiry. Even today, Aristotle's ideas remind us that real understanding comes from studying the interplay between an object's inherent form and its material presence. Aristotle's perspective on universals continues to influence contemporary thought. His belief that the universal must be found in the concrete, rather than in an isolated realm, encourages a close connection between theory and observation. This view has not only shaped the field of metaphysics but also impacts the way we approach modern scientific research and everyday critical thinking. His ideas remain a vital part of discussions about the nature of existence and knowledge.